Golisano Children's Hospital says it is seeing a 66% increase in children in their ER being Baker Acted during this pandemic. A Baker Act is a law that allows a person to be involuntarily committed to a psychiatric facility. This also means more children in our area are struggling with suicidal thoughts. Our Jessica Alpern has been talking with mental health advocates about how they're working to address this growing problem here in our area. Jessica, what can you tell us?
Well, Lisa, according to Kids Minds Matter, they say there are 3 critical areas our community needs to focus on right now. So one of those is community engagement. And what I want to do is go ahead and introduce you to a local high school student who explains to us she's dealing with her own ongoing battle when it comes to mental health. And she has actually been through the Baker Act process herself. She's now made it her mission to work with organizations like this to reduce stigma and create awareness regarding mental health and behavioral health issues impacting our kids. She'll do so later this month during a virtual event called Unmasking the Epidemic. She explained why it's so important that our community take action now.
It is so important because you just never know what your kid is going through, especially with this pandemic that we're not allowed to be as social as we're used to being. Our only connection is through FaceTime or these video calls or phone calls or texts, and it's not the same.
Now, to put into perspective how much the behavioral health epidemic impacting our kids has worsened during COVID, Golisano Children's Hospital says in 2017 it had more than 6,900 pediatric mental health visits. In 2020, it had more than 16,000. A licensed clinical social worker at Golisano explains the support system children have lost during the pandemic.
Because before, they had a great amount of support system. We had bus drivers that they would talk to and, people in the administration that they would see in the hallways. We really took for granted that our children had this village that they connected with almost on a daily basis that has now diminished and shrunk in size.
She says we can all work to reach out and be there for the children in our lives to let them know they have a safe space and someone to talk to. Improving access to care, especially for early intervention, is another critical area outlined by Kids Minds Matter. This includes things like expanding the Children's Hospital's behavioral health clinics and adding satellite clinics across Southwest Florida. Also adding more professionals to decrease the current wait list for help. And lastly, a focus on recruitment. Right now, there's a 750-to-1 ratio of population to mental health providers in our state. One way they're working to fix this locally is through a partnership with FGCU. So they plan to actually offer scholarships to students pursuing a degree in family counseling or social work with the ultimate goal of retaining them here at Golisano Children's Hospital. Reporting live in Fort Myers, Jessica Alpern, Fox 4.
All right, Jessica, thank you.